lifestyle magazines and lifestyle photography has a different feel altogether. So especially today we have with us Mr. Ravi Dhingra ji, who is a photographer and a photo mentor. For him, photography was a passion. His foray into professional photography came after a long stint in corporate finance. With more than 20 years in lifestyle photography, which actually includes architecture, interiors, food, portraits, product, his work has been widely published in advertising campaigns, magazines, and online portals. Beside commercial assignments, he is a visiting faculty for photography at various leading institutes in design and photography. His passion keeps pushing him to pursue his personal fine art photography projects also. And he is a mentor of our partner, Pixel Village. So I'm so glad to invite Mr. Ravi Dhingra here today. Ravi, say you're most welcome.
Yeah, okay.
So
Good
I'd
evening,
like
everyone.
to So
Good
I'd
evening,
like to tell
everyone.
you about our platform Vidyadaan. We have covered over 400 sessions, and we are soon going to complete 500. And it's a pleasure having you. Since the time I'm sending your creatives, I'm getting a lot of appreciation about your work already. So it's honor to have you, sir.
Thank you so much for having me here. Good evening again. As you have rightly mentioned, I'm in this industry for almost like more than 20 years now, and I am daily based. And my specialization is lifestyle photography, which includes product, food, interiors, architecture, and portraits. So today's session is about lifestyle photography, which I've been doing for almost 20 years now. So let me just, I've made a small presentation. So this is approximately it's going to take around 45 minutes or so for me to present. So let me share screen and share the presentation with you,
Yes,
and
sir.
we take it forward. Take that.
Yes, sir. Please, session is over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
So is it visible now? The screen is visible. If you can
Yes, sir.
confirm it to me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So my contact details are here. So later on also at the end of the session also, I'll share my contact details just in case you have any queries or you want to see more of my work. I have a YouTube channel also just in case you want some more information, more tutorials. They are there on my YouTube channel also. So let's start the session now. So first of all, let's understand what is lifestyle. Let me start with a very simple English definition as in dictionary. Lifestyle is a noun, and it says the way a person lives. Like we mentioned, a person maintains a healthy lifestyle. So the benefits of healthy lifestyle, something like that. So lifestyle is basically how a person lives, in the way a person lives. But when we come to the commercial part of it, commercial part means like when you're talking of media, you all are related to media in some way or the other. Some of you are are doing journalism, or will be going into journalism. Some of you will be going into the other media streams. So when we talk of lifestyle as far as media is concerned, we it's basically denoting advertising or products designed to appeal to a consumer by association with a desirable lifestyle. So basically, lifestyle is all about aspirations. Aspirations means we all have dreams. Today, if I'm driving a two-wheeler, my aspiration or my dream is to buy a car and drive it. If I am living in a one-bedroom house, so my aspiration is to live in a two-bedroom house, maybe a big bungalow. So when we talk of lifestyle, we have a certain lifestyle. We are living in a certain way as far as our current lifestyle is concerned. But when we are looking forward, we want to improve our lives. We want to have a better lifestyle. So that's why this advertising industry or the media plays a very important role as far as creating aspirations is concerned, as far as creating demand is concerned. So I'm going to elaborate on how as media, as part of media, as a photographer, we are helping this aspiration to be visualized by the people who are living the way they are right now. So lifestyle photography has got various genres. When I say genres, means like you have wildlife photography, you have sports photography, you have fashion photography, documentary photography, journalism, photojournalism, and lifestyle photography is one part of the whole gamut of photography. So lifestyle photography is first of all about people. Means in most of the lifestyle photographs, you'll find people. People, why people? People are very important because it's all related to people only. And these are pictures taken in a creative manner. Like, let me read it out to you on what is there in front of you. Lifestyle photography is a genre of photography that mainly aims to capture portraits of people in situations, real life events, or milestones in an artistic manner, and the art of every day. The primary goal is to tell stories about people's lives or to inspire people in different times. This is exactly what I've been talking about aspirations, about dreams. So when we talk of people photography, we have documentary photography, we have photojournalism, we have street photography, where people are covered. Then there's a special genre of photography which is called portrait photography, where it's only related to portraits, only related to people. But there's a basic difference between people photography per se and lifestyle photography. Lifestyle photography is not really documenting. It is not, when you talk of documentary photography, it is showing the facts, showing the truth. Photojournalism also means the same. But when we talk of lifestyle photography, we are trying to show everything has good side and bad side. But as far as lifestyle photography is concerned, we try to show only the good side in a subject. So basically, it's all about dreams. It's all about inspiration. It's all about advertisement. You want a company wants to sell the product, they have to show the good qualities of the product, then only people will buy. So the idea is to put across the good points in a subject, in a product, through people, and make it happen, make the sales happen, make the growth happen, so that people are the visuals are created in such a manner that people are tempted to buy those products. People are tempted to experience those facilities. It's not just only about products, it's about facilities also. It's about your general lifestyle. If you go to hotel, you want to stay in a good hotel, you want to stay in a good room. You go to even a hospital, you want all the facilities to be there. So not just goods, not just products, even the services are included in this lifestyle photography genre. So let's take it forward. So I'm not going into the technicals of photography. I understand. I assume that you already have some basic knowledge about photography. So I'm going to talk more about the art part of it, and I'm going to talk about some of the case studies. I'm going to talk about some of the campaigns which I've done, which will give you an insight as to how lifestyle photography goes about, as to what are the prerequisites in a lifestyle photography, how you plan it, how you go about it. And let's see, in the further slides, I'll be talking about that. So this I'm talking about, I'm a Canon photo mentor also. I represent Canon as a brand ambassador. So let me talk about a Canon campaign which I did a couple of years back. So the product is basically camera and lenses. For Canon, besides making other products, specializes in making cameras and lenses. And the theme of this particular campaign, whenever a campaign is designed, that there's always a theme, there's always a kind of a pre-planned thing that this is the target audience and this is how the storyline of the campaign is going to work. So in this case, the theme was a happy family. So for this particular happy family, a couple was identified and a child was identified. So basically, a family was kind of created through models. Obviously, we hired models and we hired location also. And so this family starts. So there's going to be a storyline behind the whole campaign. I'll just show, like over a period of time, I'll just explain the flow of the campaign. So basically, the campaign start. These were actually converted into videos also at a later stage. So I do more of still photography. So when I was working here, there was a team for video, and I was there for still photography. So my still photographs using Canon equipment were incorporated in the video. These videos are available on Canon YouTube page also. So the story starts with the romantic moments. Romantic means the couple is unmarried and they are just dating around. So it starts with our romantic moments. And then it moves to our wedding day. All these still photographs, whatever you are seeing, are being taken by me only. So from romance, from dating, it's on to wedding now. And after wedding, it's family. So basically, a kid is there, they have a daughter. So the story is basically romance, wedding, and child. So happy family is complete. Now, in all these three visuals which you have seen, there's no mention of Canon, there's no mention of the product at all. This is just an introduction, how the story was, how was the idea planned. Now, if you see here, now the actual product, actual pictures are being used to show the actual products and the feature of the products. Like if you see, these wedding photographs are there. So extremely beautiful, even in low light, the lens photograph is there. So something like that is happening now. Now capture every action of happiness out of, so the whole story is now compiled through visuals, which has lifestyle pictures and the pictures of the product and the description of the product. So a person who's looking at these pictures, a person who's looking at those visuals will definitely be tempted, because obviously everybody wants a happy family. A happy family means a small happy family living comfortably and having the basic, and besides basic meeting the basic needs, they are able to afford some kind of luxuries also. So the whole campaign is targeted towards the young people who have a good family, who are part of a big family or a good family, but they have aspirations. They have aspirations to travel. They have aspirations to move around. They want their kid to get the best education. So the whole campaign is accordingly devised and shot and was finally projected. So like this is, I'll just go back again. So it starts with romance, then moves on to wedding, then moves on to happy family, where the kid is also there. So now the product is being introduced. And if you see all these four visuals, the kid is there. The couple is no longer there in these visuals. That's how the story is basically coming to an end. And last visual is the kid is going to sleep. So we have covered all the aspects here. Child playing, child enjoying his time at the beach, and then playing with toys at the night, and finally going off to sleep. So this was the basic idea of this particular campaign. So my role as a photographer, as a lifestyle photographer, was to capture these moments. For that, I need to have some knowledge of photography. First of all, I need to have the right equipment. I need to have the knowledge of the lighting. Then only I can execute all these things. So basically, not just knowledge of photography, knowledge of lighting, knowledge of your equipment. All these things are very, very essential that if you want to pursue lifestyle photography. I'll be sharing my last slide. I'll be summarizing, and I'll be talking about all these aspects again. Let's talk of another campaign here, which is basically which was done for Airtel. At that time, Airtel was about to launch their broadband services. I don't know how many of you remember when when internet started in India, you used to have a dedicated telephone line, and you used to connect a modem with that. And when you were using internet, your phone used to get busy, so you couldn't receive or make any calls. So this was around 2003 when Airtel was launching their broadband. So the idea of the broadband was that with the phone you can use internet also. So when you're using internet, you can make a call also. That's number one. Number two, internet will give you high speed data transfer. So these were the USPs. These were the kind of theme. These were the product. Product basically was high speed internet and with the phone, not just phone in the sense you can use the phone also, you can use the internet also simultaneously. And theme again was home, family, and work. These all things are pre-decided. Whenever you talk of lifestyle photography, there's a lot of planning involved. Planning means you have to, first of all, make a theme, create a storyline, then identify locations. Like in this case, if you see home, family, and work, we shot at 3, 4 locations. We didn't stick to just it. The shoot was done in 4, 5 days, if I remember correctly. And we some shots were taken in my studio, and some were taken at the locations. So the locations were identified well in advance. So if you see when you talk of portraits, people are looking into the camera. But in the previous campaign also, the Canon campaign also, and this Airtel campaign also, you'll find that people are busy with their work. They're not really looking into the camera. It's kind of it's kind of candid photographs, but not really candid. They are aware that their picture is being taken. Candid photographs is something where the subject is not aware that the pictures are being taken. But here, they are posing in such a manner that it gives a feeling that it is a candid photograph. It is not a posed one. So it is stage photograph. Undoubtedly, it is posed and staged, but the picture has been taken in such a manner that it doesn't look like there's no direct eye contact between the subject and the camera. They are doing their work. They are busy with they have been told. They have they are busy with their activity. If you see these two pictures, a person is sitting on the floor at his home enjoying a cup of tea or a drink, a cup of coffee is there in the front of the lady. They're having a phone. They're working on computer. So that was the basically, and in all these pictures you'll find the phone is there or maybe the laptop is there, because these are the two main things which are there in internet and internet. So here you have the family where you have a young daughter, like both mother and daughter are enjoying the facility, the internet facility, call facility, basically. So this is a basically office setup where people are working in the office and still. Uh, so these all were planned well in advance. The lighting, the day of the dying, the background, everything was decided well in advance. It's only after that the shoot had started. Let's go to another campaign here, which is about earbuds. So this was again part of Canon campaign only 2 years back. They were offering free headphones with the camera. So we wanted to show that to the people who want to buy the camera, because ultimately it's again a luxury device. It's not a day-to-day. It is used for a day-to-day basis, but there's a glamour factor also involved in this. So accordingly, the models were chosen, and they wore that particular device, and pictures were taken. Idea was to capture the mood. Like if somebody is listening to the music, mostly we use our earphones for Zoom meetings and webinars also. But most of the time, there was a time when these headphones are mostly used for you listening to the music. So the feel of listening to the music was supposed to be captured in these images. I think that feel, that the expression is coming out well in these pictures, and you are able to get that kind of like the enjoyment the subjects are having while listening to the music is coming out in these pictures. Then I was talking about that lifestyle photography is not just about goods or products; it's about services also. So this campaign was shot for a particular realist, architect come realist developer. So he has made some villas in the mountains somewhere near Nainital. So it has a perfect mountain view, hills view, what you call as home in the hills. That's what is the theme here, home in the hills. So the idea was that you are sitting in lap of nature, where you are surrounded by mountains. You are able to see the greens around you. That was the theme. And somehow, if the person, if had it been just a real estate shot, minus people, then that feel wouldn't have come. Yes, you could see the natural surroundings and a play of light coming into the room, but that presence of the lady sitting there enjoying a book has made all the difference. So this is all lifestyle photography. So sitting here in my house in maybe Delhi, I'm tempted to go to this particular property, maybe if I have money to buy this property and enjoy the beauty of the location, enjoy the beauty of the surroundings. So that is what is aspiration here. So this visual is tempting the viewer to go and at least have a look at the property and maybe take a call later on whether to buy, it's affordable or not. So that feel of the property is coming out with that particular lifestyle photography. I do both. I do architecture and interiors photography also, minus people. But for this particular project, it was very well, it was decided in advance that they will be using people and who will be shown enjoying the facilities of this particular property. Same property, if you see there, a top view, it was a duplex flat. So you can see a top view. People are sitting, they're enjoying their cup of coffee and they're maybe talking to each other and enjoying a cup of coffee. So top level view, but the way light is entering the room, the natural light. So that's giving a feel of the warmth in the uh, property as such. Let's move to another slide then. So this is another campaign I did for a resort. This resort is in Himachal Pradesh, somewhere near Dharamshala or Palampur to be precise. So yes, when you go to a resort, you want to enjoy the hospitality, you want to enjoy the room, you want to have good food out there. But that's normal in every hotel. But this particular resort, they wanted to project that besides indoor facilities, in the like you have all good restaurants inside, good food inside, nice, comfortable beds. There's a there's a possibility of enjoying it outdoors also. This was the theme basically given. So basically, theme for this particular lifestyle assignment was outdoors, fun, luxury, and experiential. Basically, you are experiencing something out of the world. That was a theme here. So we had these people posing for us. So outdoor means going in the mountains for a um, cycling cycle trail, like you're enjoying the beauty of the nature, just cycling around, and maybe at one point you're sitting after a long cycle trek, after after a long stint in cycling, you're just sitting, and the bond between father again family again became a part of this campaign. That family, father, like you see here, father and son enjoying. First of all, they're going for a ride, and then after that, they're just sitting on side of the road with their bikes parked next to them and talking to each other with their helmets on, lying on their laps. So it was, and in the background, you see a nice mountain range. So that was the idea, that it's giving you it's basically tempting you to go and stay in the resort and enjoy those outdoor facilities also. Then this particular, as I mentioned, this is near Palampur. So Palampur is known for tea estate. So they wanted to show that guests who come and stay at the resort, they are have the option to explore the nearby tea gardens. So here, two guests, though uh, they are actually they are aware that their picture is being taken. So, but yet you feel that they are part of the surroundings. They're really enjoying the tea garden. They're working with the ladies, the tea plucking ladies out there. They become part of the whole surrounding, and they're enjoying the thing. So as a tourist, as a person, prospective client, I'll be quite tempted that okay, when I go to this particular resort, I'll have this option to go and explore the tea gardens out there. So luxury is another thing. So spa, this again, spa where uh, people when you go to stay in a hotel or a resort, you definitely want some kind of facility besides the normal food and thing. So this basically is giving you that there's a facility for spa also. So all three, outdoor is covered, fun is concerned covered, luxury is concerned, and it's all about the experience which has got covered in this particular campaign. So again, I'm insisting again here that people are there in these pictures. They are aware that their picture is being taken. The pictures are staged, but we are trying to show through these pictures the beautiful side of that particular location, or the beautiful side of the particular particular spot. We are not, as when we talk of lifestyle photography, we don't want to show the ugly side of anything, because it's used for advertisement purposes, it's used for aspiration. So we want to show the positive side, not the negative side. In documentary photography, you show both the sides. You're showing the facts. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative also. In photojournalism also, same thing happens. You're showing the truth. Truth can be bitter, or truth can be sweet also. You both show both the sides. But as far as lifestyle photography is concerned, it's more to do with showing the good side, showing the brighter side, and showing that the grass is greener on the other side. So this is another campaign which I did around a couple of years back for an air hostess academy. They have these people coming to become these girls. They want to become air hostess. The men also, they want to become persons, or they want to work in the airline industry. So they have this as aspirations. So when we talk of a pilot gets the training from a different this thing, commercial pilot license, etc. That's a separate thing. But out here, the target is young girls and boys who are not really going for pilot, but they're going for allied services. So air hostess is a good option as far as allied air hostess travel related services. These are some good options for people who want to work in the travel industry. So here again, the theme is aspiration and travel. The girls, the boys, young boys and young girls, they want to travel around the world. They want to work and travel simultaneously. That's the idea. So that's how this campaign was designed. So I'll show you some more visuals here. So it's all related to travel. Like they're being shown that they are traveling around the world and they're enjoying their travel. Besides, so basically, work and travel, business and pleasure are combined together. So one thing I want to clarify here, that when we do lifestyle photography, it's a secret, not exactly a secret, but it's a norm nowadays. Like if you see an aircraft in the background, you see an airport in the background, again you see aircraft in the background and airport in the background. So these pictures of the people, of the models, were taken in the studio, and then we bought images from Shutterstock. These stock images were purchased, and those were merged, because it's not possible to go to airports and airlines and to shoot, because permissions are not easy to come by. So generally what happens in these cases is, again, the angles are decided in advance. First of all, we look for the background image. Accordingly, we place the subject on the image. We shoot the subject as per the background which you're going to use, and then these pictures are merged in the software. So basically, it involves two processes. One is buying a stock image. Secondly, for the background. Secondly, shooting the models in the studio. And finally, merging them and giving a feel of the exact location of the place. So if you see here, uh, these girls are these air hostesses, like they are really enjoying. It's like they are, though they are maybe going for the work or coming back after the work, but they are enjoying the facility. So they should, in real life, they may be tired also, but as far as our lifestyle photography is concerned, we want to, as I mentioned before, we have to show the positive side. So that's exactly what is happening here. They are enjoying their travel and they're enjoying their job. Same thing if you see here, two people walking down with a trolley and everything. So people shots were taken in the studio, and they were actually merged with the background images, which were purchased from stock agencies, something like Shutterstock. This is another campaign I want to talk about kids. So this is a play school for young nursery, kind of 3 years, 4 years, kind of entry level schools. So the theme was again happy kids, fun, learning. So basically, the theme is that the kids are learning, having fun. Like in previous theme, which was related to air hostess and travel. So they were enjoying work and they were enjoying travel. Out here, since it's about kids, it's about education, it's about a school. So the theme was learning with fun, or fun learning, you may say. So that was the theme brief given to us. In normally all these cases, there is some agency, ad agency, advertisement agency involved. Sometimes, like in Air Hostess Academy thing, we devise our own as photographers. We also contribute. It's not that photographer's job is just related to taking pictures. Sometimes you have to go beyond just taking pictures, and you have to give ideas. That's where experience counts. I'm in this industry for more than 20 years now. I've done a lot of campaigns. So if some client comes up who can't afford an ad agency, or who don't have a budget for ad agency, they just have budget for maybe photographer and the models, etc. Then we play the role of ad agency also. We guide them that, okay, this can be done, this can be done, this is not possible, this is possible. So that's how, and we take up we come to a conclusion before the actual photo shoot takes place. So in this case, an ad agency was there. Brief was given to us. Even the graphics were shared with us. Okay, this is how the picture is going to look. So we shot these kids against a white background, against a white wall, and these were superimposed on the graphics. So basically, all the pictures were taken on white background, and these pictures were superimposed on the graphics, basically. So theme: kids, happy kids, learning kids. That's what was the theme. So I'll share a brief background. I'll talk about the background about the planning stage here. So when we were given this assignment, the school said they don't want to use professional models here. They want to use the existing kids of the school. And this particular school has got 2 3 more schools. So they have got uh, uh, 3 4 schools. From where, what we did was we went around those schools and we picked up kids who we thought are photogenic. You're not talking of beauty or anything else here. As a photographer, as campaign, this thing as to show some positive and aspirational thing. We wanted to pick up kids who will be slightly more photogenic as far as our camera is concerned. So 2 days we moved around in the school, going to every class, from class nursery to kind of 1 or 2 standard class. We went to all the classes, all the classrooms. They were like, we selected out of maybe 400 500 kids, we selected around 20 25 kids. So working with kids is not easy. First of all, they are not professional models. They have their own mood swings. So a whole plan was made that their parents will be called. Their parents will be there available throughout the shoot time, so that in case some kid is not feeling comfortable in front of the camera, or they have got some other issues, at least parents are there, because generally by default people are camera conscious, especially kids. Some of the kids may be extra what you call as hyper, or extra forthcoming extroverts, but in front of the camera, even there, they become very introvert and they become very reserved, and they have their own mood swings. So it was decided that the parents will also be there, and these kids were given the choice of their food of their choice, basically what they like. Preferences were taken well in advance. Okay, what do you like? If you want noodles, we'll give you noodles. If you want chips, we'll give you chips. That kind of a thing was there. So the idea was to make these kids as comfortable as possible, because working with kids and pets is very, very difficult, because they both are unpredictable. So, as I said, learning with fun. So they are playing with the kid out here is playing with blocks, but she has a smile on her face. And the way we have lit up the subject, lighting also plays very important role. It's a bright shot. It's not a very dark kind of a shot. Where the clothes we decided, okay, the parents shared the clothes. We decided, okay, you pick up these clothes. Some of the clothes, some of the garments were bought by the school also, so that this, because normally what happens is when kids come with their own clothes, they have some kind of animation figure on their t-shirt, some kind of brand showing, which was not if you see all these kids, all the pictures, there won't be much of a branding in those pictures. Only plain t-shirts or maybe denim was there. Like this kid, only the brand, maybe a bit of the brand is showing, but otherwise we wanted very solid colors for this particular theme. So they go well with the graphics of the whole campaign as such. So these pictures are already there on the website of the school as such. So this was one interesting campaign which we did around just before the lockdown had started. It's something around 2020, because at that time the school was coming up. So that's it. Now, this was a brief presentation. I didn't go into the details, technical details of the whole thing. I just showed you my experience. I just shared my experiences with you, that as to how did we go about these campaigns, what was the idea behind this campaigns, what was the story behind these, storyline behind the campaigns. And lifestyle photography, as you have seen, requires quite a skill. Because you are dealing with a team here, you're not working alone. When you're doing street photography, you may be alone in the street and taking pictures. But when you're talking of advertising campaign or a lifestyle photography, you're not working alone. You have the models with you, you have the makeup artist, you have that art director from the ad agency, you have the client. So you're working with at least 6, 7, at least 8, 9 people on your sets with you, with whom you are working. Then you have your own team, your associate photographers, your lighting assistants, and everything. So it's all about working with the team. So I've tried to summarize like what all you need to become a lifestyle photographer. What are the basic requirements? What are the points you need to take care while doing lifestyle photography? So first of all, planning is very important. So the client has to share the brief, what exactly they have in mind. If the ad agency is involved, again, the visuals, some sample visuals are being shown. Then we come to a conclusion. We come to some point where we come to some kind of we decide on the number of shots. We decide on the look of the shots, that how this shot is going to look, final product is going to look. So out of maybe 100 options, 20 options are finalized for the particular shoot. So that is basically the basic work. Then we need to choose the locations. As in the first slide, I mentioned that it has to be an everyday location. Everyday location means people should be able to relate to it. It should not be some out of the world location. Suppose you shoot something in a Scandinavian country and go there and shoot. So aspiration is definitely there, but it should be within the reachable limit of the person whom you are targeting. So everyday locations means that locations we can relate to. Maybe like I showed you the mountain pictures. When you go to the mountain, we can easily see that that track surrounded by green surround and background. You have the mountains. It's a very identifiable, very day-to-day kind of a location. Prep the scene before photo shoot. Prep the scene means you got to have all the props ready. If you see the kids, we had kept the building blocks before. As I mentioned, the food was there for the kids just in case they are hungry, or everything was in order. For that cycle shot, we had procured the bicycles before, so that on the day of the shoot or just before the shoot, we don't have anything missing. Everything has to fall in place. It should not be that we are running around, okay, get that thing, and we are wasting time on procuring things. So prep the scene before the photo shoot is whatever cleaning needs to be done, whatever unwanted elements need to be removed, those have to be removed. This is after the location is identified. When you're working in a studio, it's very much under your control. But when you're working in the location, then it becomes difficult. It's difficult to manage people around you, the crowd which gathers. The moment you set up your camera, you'll find a lot of people encircling you. And a crowd sometimes becomes sometimes unmanageable also. So you have to take care of all these things. Maybe sometimes we take permissions. When we take permissions, sometimes we have security guards also, in the sense who keep the crowd slightly away from the shoot. So all these things, this is all about prep. All the props have to be available so that we are not lacking in anything. Then another thing is aim for authenticity. It should not look too posed and too staged. It is staged. It is posed, yet it should have the feeling that it is a candid one. That is the main feature, main point which has to be taken care of as far as lifestyle is lifestyle photography is concerned, aim for authenticity. It should not look too artificial. It should be natural. It should be pleasing to the eye. The surroundings, the props, they should not be overbearing. They should they should go in line with the target audience, with the product, with the facilities which you're going to offer. Nothing should be overpowering in the picture. Guide the activities, not the poses, as I mentioned. In all the pictures, whatever you have seen, the person is not really looking into the camera. They are doing some activity, and that activity is just being captured. Whether they're doing bicycle ride, whether the kids are playing with the toys, building blocks, or maybe you saw those people working on the telephone or internet on computer. They are busy with their activities. They are told to pursue the activity in the normal way. Though it's in front of the camera, it is easier said than done, because you're camera conscious. But still, these the models are told that you should look as natural as possible while performing the acts which you're supposed to do. Make it fun for everybody, especially the kids. Yes, these shots are actually fun. When you have so many people around you, 7, 8 people, you are dealing with so many people. Sometimes it becomes crazy that you're not getting the right shot. Maybe there's some issue with the lighting. You're not getting the right pose. Right pose means you're not getting the right shot at that particular time. But most of the time, it is fun when you're dealing with so many people around. And somebody is cracking a joke. Some like kids are running around. You have all kinds of activities happening around you. Since you've already done the planning, you know nothing can go wrong as far as your preparation is concerned. So you're relaxed. So when you're relaxed, when your team is relaxed, automatically it becomes fun. So, and especially with kids, you really have to be patient. You have to got to have patience and treat them. Sometimes if you are angry with them, you show your anger, then there's a possibility you may not be able to get your shoot at all, because those kids will have their own mood and you will not, they get tired. So you can't just take chances with the kids, especially. With professional models also, they get moody. After a certain time, they feel tired. So you have to keep the momentum going. You have to make sure that everybody is having fun, everybody is enjoying the shoot. It's not really a burden to come for a shoot, though they are getting paid for it. But besides getting paid for it, they should have all the fun. Anticipate photogenic moments. It's all about your experience, how you have dealt, how have you captured pictures in the past. It's not going to happen overnight or next time. Like over a period of time, when you're taking many pictures, you're working for many campaigns, you have taken a lot of photographs, then you automatically know that this angle will work better, this activity will look better, this amount of smile, this amount of showing the teeth will look nicer. So we do that over a period of time. Since the people are not posing, so you have to be always ready to get at anticipate that, okay, now this is the next logical step which is going to happen. So you have to be ready with your lights and camera, that when you're anticipating that, okay, this is going to happen, so that when it happens, you have to just press the shutter button to capture the image. And as I mentioned before, work as a team. Teamwork is very, very important. You're not alone out there. You have all the people around with you, and you have to take care of them. You have to give respect and earn their respect. I think that goes with every profession, every working atmosphere, every workplace. So that respect has to be always there. And lastly, most important, create a story, because create a story is the most important thing. When you are doing a campaign, when you are projecting the company, when the company is projecting your photographs to sell their brand, to sell their product, to sell their services, uh, the storyline has to come out. There should be link between the pictures. There should be link. There has to be have some connection. And connection, I don't mean connection between the product and the campaign. Connection between the product, the campaign, and the viewer. This is very important. The viewer connect is very, very important. And that will happen only when you have a good storyline. Otherwise, people will not look at that image or look at that campaign second time. So you need to create that, build a story around it, and create nice visual around it. And for that, you need to have technical knowledge of photography. You have to got technical knowledge of lighting and everything. And most importantly, you have to be creative. You have to have that what you call as, you should be able to improvise things at that particular instance. Sometimes things don't work the way you had planned. There could be some additional things we need to take care of that time. So that's where your experience will count, and that's where your improvisation will matter. So thank you so much for attending the session. So I'm going to share my contact links here. So my website is there, Instagram and also here. So do follow me on the Instagram. Then I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/Ravi Dhingra, where I keep on posting my tutorial videos, and I've shared quite a few of them on there. So in case you're interested in learning more about photography and you want to know, if you have any questions you want to ask, my email ID is there. You're most welcome to come and send me the questions. And as and when I get time, I'll definitely try to answer those questions. So thank you so much for having me here. I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's really a wonderful presentation, and it was so good to see how the background got converted into the moments. It's actually, and that's what you call lifestyle photography. Because as a layman, for me, the lifestyle was just, you know, just with I'll say, to the corners of the home having luxury. So as a layman, that was my understanding. But now looking at your presentation today, we have also learned a lot about this, what exactly is lifestyle and how you present moments and you capture the feelings that are actually aspirational for everybody.
That is the basic idea. Aspirational is the key word here as far as lifestyle photography is concerned. We all look for better lives. Whatever we are never happy with our existing thing. Some of us, yes, are content. Some of us are satisfied, but still, most of us have something to look forward to, something better to look forward to. So that's what, as a lifestyle photographer, that's what we try to do here.
Right, sir. And on my personal experience, I think हम लोग लाइफ टाइम तक, जब तक हम लोग जिंदा है, हम लोग सीखते भी रहते हैं और कुछ ना कुछ एस्पिरेशन बना रहना चाहिए, तभी वो जिंदगी में आगे मजा आता है.
Oh yeah, if you're just like then वो जैसे कहते हैं ना वो like then you are sannyasi, then you are संन्यास आश्रम आपने अगर आपने लिया, अगर आपकी aspirations और आपकी अगर आपकी needs and wants अगर खत्म नहीं हुई हैं. So majority of us are like that only. Some of us are very different. तो दो सन्यासी ही कहते हैं उनको. Monk who sold his Ferrari वाले हो जाते हैं केस तो. But majority of us are looking for some better things in our lives, definitely, all the time.
Yes, sir. And here wishing better things in your life, your career, and for everybody who's watching us. Although I think we were awestruck when you were showing, especially those kids enjoying with those blocks and having that little Sadarji with the rings over the eyes. It was really wonderful, sir.
Yeah.
It was really
it was all planned in advance. We were shared the brief, and accordingly we had planned the shoots. All the that's what I mentioned, that all the props, etc., has to be there. Those rings were there. Sometimes those we didn't have in the original brief. We were shown a kid using a binoculars, but we didn't have the binocular at that time. So we just thought, let's improvise. That out here there is improvisation. Those two rings were lying there, so we just told the kid to hold those rings just like a binocular. And so this is improvisation in that particular stage.
Right, sir. So does it happen that you have planned for one moment? Okay, yeah. Just a last question for today.
No, please.
Does it happen that you have planned maybe like your model or the whoever you are clicking will be doing this, but all of a sudden something else happened which gave you a better picture?
It has always happened. That's why I said anticipate the moment. Sometimes you planned, okay, the person will do like this, and and out of their own enthusiasm or out of their natural way of doing things, they come out with sometimes better things also. So it always happens. This is
accepted in the market also.
Sorry.
that is that gets approved in the market also.
Yes. Because see again, uh, um, it's a two-way process. Where two-way process in the sense every team member is involved in the process. Even like so, marketing team also has limited input. Has given can give limited inputs. Some things are beyond imagination at that particular time. Not exactly beyond imagination, but beyond imagination for that particular brief. But something exciting happens, so it is taken. So
It is.
out of I think majority of the shoots, there are one or two pictures which were originally not planned, but they happened while on the shoot.
So being proactive on the go is also a good thing.
Yeah, no, that's must because you can't just stay there and see when you talk of lifestyle photography. When the brief is given to you, you feel it's very easy. I just have to copy the brief and execute the brief. That's what. But that that doesn't give you your own satisfaction because ultimately you're being a photographer. You're a creative person. You have to. The precondition is that you have to work with the brief. 99% times you are working with the brief. But there's 1% possibility that you may be putting your creative input and that picture will turn out better as compared to what was given in the brief. So that's where the fun is.
Right. So with this, thank you so much, sir. We know it was a short notice for you also, and thank you so much for giving us insights into this media supplement of lifestyle photography. It's really wonderful. It's really enlightening to know a lot more about these supplements than we, as a layman, we understand. So thank you for your time today, and hopefully we'll connect when we
Yeah,
are
sure.
in touch with other ways of connecting with photographers. Hopefully,
Okay.
see you soon. Uh,
Okay. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much, sir. Thank you for your time. And yes, we all are doing Azadi and celebrating Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. So
Okay.
let's have this Amrit Mahotsav become shower more Amrit on lives of every Indian, and we
Yeah,
all
yeah.
prosper and grow.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All the best to you for all your future endeavors also. And we'll be in touch. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you. Take care. Everybody,
Take
bye
care.
bye. We'll see you
Bye.
tomorrow, 4
Okay.
p.m. Yes.
Okay.